Hello again, Cons here, and today I have a follow-on video for the previous one that I did regarding idle farming floor frostbite with a macro. That was the first time I tried to put out two macros, one for my setup and one for slower sort of non-SSD setups. Unfortunately, I didn't spend enough time waiting to account for longer load times and stuff like that, so I've made a third macro which uses even more reliable methods and is even slower, but should almost be guaranteed to work. I've only found one flaw in it and I fixed it since, so hopefully it works for everybody for all cases, but we'll see. Anyway, just before we get into it, I thought I'd go over some options that need to be set. Kind thanks to everybody who sort of mentioned this in the previous video, and check that video out if you haven't already. If you have no clue what I'm talking about with regards to PS4 macros, then give that a look. Oh, and also regarding PC macros, I should mention I can't get event quests to load. So I just can't make one, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Something's wrong on Capcom's end as far as I can tell. But anyway, the important settings are, first of all, dash settings. You can see I have dash set to R2, and then I have swap R1 and R2 so that my dash is on R1. You'll want to set this up too. You'll want to have this sort of thing swapped. Additionally, I'm offline, as you can see from the pause menu, or I'm not yet, I'm online right now. But in order for the macro to work, I need to be offline. So what I'm going to do is go into my settings, go into network settings, and then just tick the tick box that asks whether I'm connected to the internet. So we go into network and we go connect to internet, turn that one off, and now we are back in business. I forgot to mention it, but now that the session is offline, I now need to reconnect to the internet. Otherwise I won't be able to use PS4 Remote Play. So you want to come back into here, and I think this is what allows you to post the event quests too. So you want to reconnect to the internet. However, you'll notice that the session itself is still offline, which is the important thing. It means that we don't get asked how many players we want to join the lobby every time we post a quest. Also, because I'm sort of in England or the US or whatever, I have a different control scheme to people in Asian countries where circle is confirmed for you guys but cross is confirmed for me. There's a setting you can change in like system settings or something. Maybe dig around in the PS4 settings for that. The other option that needs to be set, quite importantly, is the default option when returning. You can see I have mine set to departure point. You might want to set that to camp, but I would stick to departure point for now. Because it's set to the departure point, I can't post the quest from here, for example. So I'm going to have to go to the Hoarfrost Reach manually in order to post the quest first. If I posted it from the Gathering Hub, for example, I'd be in trouble. To actually get the macro running, first thing you want to do is get a decent set. I won't go over this in too much detail, again see the previous video for that, but you want 2 points of Geologist, 1 point of Botany, and Master Gatherer. I don't have Polar Mobility on this set. I would advise you turn it off. Now, to actually get the macro running, you need to talk to the handler, you need to go into your event quests, and you need to post the quest once yourself. It doesn't post the quest the first time itself. It starts from in quest, and you have to go to Northeast Camp 15. So you load up the quest, get it going, then open up the new macro, which is linked in the description. I have two versions of it, Flora Frostbite Reliable Final and Final _ Ver 2. You're going to want to probably use the latter, but the former I've tested more. The latter I think is more reliable, but I haven't tested it as much, so I don't know. Try them both, but start with the Ver 2. But anyway, now that I'm in the area, all I have to do is start up the macro and I am good to go.